Hello, I'm Irene. Welcome to my channel. I'm glad you are joining me today because today's practice has one or most of my favorite yoga poses, and it's aimed at releasing tension and tightness in the upper body, but there are also some strengthening poses for the upper body in there. You need a blanket for this practice, or if you don't have a yoga blanket, use a bath towel. And so when you have your towel, it should be wide enough to support your upper body, and you just roll up the blanket into a sausage. Place it towards the upper end of your mat, and then you drape your upper body over that sausage. So in such a way that the shoulders can release down onto the floor. You place your arms into a cactus shape, maybe space the legs a little bit. Take a nice deep breath. And then just allow yourself to release here for a moment, to really release onto the support of the blanket. And just notice that gentle curve in the spine. Gentle stretch across the chest and the front of the shoulders. And soften the muscles in your face. And just let go of your day so far. We'll stay in this position a little bit longer. Two, three more breaths. Now slowly lift your head up, and you can just lean against your support, drawing your right knee up, bringing nose and knee together. And then we'll do the same on the other side. And then remove your blanket, put it out of the way, and lie back down on the floor again. Take the arms up and over for a nice long stretch. Move your legs over to the left. You can place the right foot on top and then move your arms over to the left as well. So don't roll over, the right hip stays down. Hold your left wrist, find a comfortable position for your head. And again, release into this new position for a few deep breaths. Come back to center to straighten yourself out. And then take your legs over to the right, left leg on top as an option, arms to the right, and hold the right wrist this time. Few deep breaths. And come back to center. So take the knees up and now curl up tightly, take the nose towards the knees. And then place the feet down onto the floor as wide as the mat. Arms are at the side of the body. And with your next inhalation, roll the spine up vertebra by vertebra into bridge pose. And then roll down again. And do that a few more times. Mindfully rolling up, rolling onto the shoulders and rolling down, placing the tailbone down last. Let's roll up one more time. Linking the hands underneath the body, little fingers are on the floor, really draw the shoulder blades together. And see if you can rise up a bit higher, moving the chest towards the chin. Keeping the knees in line with the hips, keeping the breath steady. Release the hands and slowly roll down. And curl up again, nose towards the knees. Hold your feet and really draw the nose and the knee together even more. Rock up into seated, see if you can land in boat pose. Hold your legs and then release the hands for a moment. Really activating your strength now. Upper body is straight, collarbones are lifted. And then release the feet, swing the feet around. And from here, come into puppy pose. So your hips are above the knees, the hands are forward as you lower the upper body and the forehead down onto the floor. Lift up and come into downward facing dog. Stretch out your legs. Swing the hips around a little bit, so do keep it playful. And then stay in your down dog for a couple of deep breaths. Relaxing the neck, really relaxing the head here. And then take the knees down. Just place that left wrist underneath the left shoulder. Inhale, reach up with the right hand. Exhale, thread the needle. Rest on that right shoulder, right arm, and walk the left fingertips forwards to come into a variation of thread the needle pose. So really relaxing the shoulders here in this position. Carefully release. Right hand underneath your right shoulder, reach up with the left hand. Thread the needle and walk those Fingertips forwards, release down. And come back to center. Just flow through a couple of cat-cows to even out your spine. Lovely. And we start the next position in a neutral position. Extend the right leg on the floor. Lift the leg up in the opposite arm, tiger pose. And from here we are going to move into a back bend. So bend your right leg, catch the foot with your left hand, and then push the foot against the hand, start to look forwards. Move your knee up and draw the left shoulder back. One more breath. Gently release. Extend the left leg onto the floor. Tiger pose. And from here into the back bend. Always nice and slow, keeping your balance, keeping control, feeling into the body. And release. Come into downward facing dog. Step the left foot in, take the right leg up towards the ceiling and step the foot through to come into a low lunge position. So rise up here, create a bit of space, hands at your heart. And take the left elbows on the outside of that right knee and push yourself into a twist. So take the hands back to your heart to look back. Release. Step back into a plank. Push into downward facing dog. Stepping the right foot in a little bit so you can lift up the left leg. And step through into a low lunge. Rise up. Hands at your heart. Create that space. Take the elbow round and down and come into your twist. And come back to center. Stepping back into plank. Take the knees down, lower down to the floor. Inhale into cobra. And exhale into a wide-legged child's pose. Push the hips back towards the heels. Just come onto your fingertips, so keep the head lifted. Walk the hands over to the left, right hand on top. Stretch out the right side of the body. Come back to center, over to the other side. Come back to center and sit up for our very last pose, which is going to be cow face pose today, and I'll give you a couple of options for this one. You'll need the blanket again, this time to sit on, unless you are comfortable and confident. with cow face pose, you might not need the support. I quite like to have it. So the reason we use the blanket is that it helps us to sit upright and to place the legs in the right position. So the first option for the legs is to sit cross-legged. Cow face pose comes with this leg variation, so you guide your left foot over to the outside of the right hip and the right foot over to the outside of the left hip. And it helps to lean forwards and then to sit back down again. Your knees should be stacked upon each other and you sit upright. Now, regarding the arms, you could just hold your elbows behind you. Or you guide your left elbow really across so that you can fold the other hand between the shoulder blades, your hand behind the shoulder blades, and then you reach up with your right hand and you fold the right hand back. Idea being that you catch your fingertips and you draw the elbow back, you look forwards with the neck relaxed, legs relaxed, hips relaxed. If you can't catch your fingers and there is a gap, you can still just draw that elbow back as much as you can. You could hold onto a belt. So gently release and briefly lean forwards over your legs. And then we'll do cow face on the other side. Shake the legs out and then cross them the other way. So really taking a moment to find stability on your sitting bones. Hold your lower arms again. On this side we would feed the right hand into the middle and between the shoulder blades, reach up with the left hand and then forward back. So we often jot the head forwards at the beginning, but once we've got the fingers, lift your chin again, really ease out the neck and stay in the position. And release. Briefly lean forwards. And then untangle your legs. And I hope you feel that your upper body has had a good stretch out. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, then please click the thumbs up, and to see more videos from me, please subscribe and get the notifications, and then I'll see you again next time. Take care.